Hello and welcome to a new vlog. It's Saturday in the morning. It's around 9 o'clock and I'm on the way to Lorch, which is at the very end of the Rheingau. So last time we took you to Kidrich, which is basically in the entrance of the Rheingau, and now we're going to the other side. I'm just passing by Rüdesheim, which is very famous for tourists here. So what's the plan? Lucas already went to the vineyard I think 1.5 hours ago or 2 hours ago, because we have some work to do there. The plants in between the stems grew quite a lot and we have to remove them. A special part about this vineyard in Lorch is that we take care of a lot of manual work on our own. So you remember, for the other vineyards we have partners who take care of the work in the vineyard, the tractor work and also the manual work. But in this vineyard in Lorch, since it's also quite far away from the rest, this partner is not able to take care of it on a regular basis. So we're partnering up with another guy that is more from that region, that offers a service to take care of all the tractor work. But the manual work is in our hands, and we've already spent quite some time there this year. The videos can be found on our YouTube, but they are in German so far. And so today we had to go there and make sure that we remove everything that has been growing. It's like little flowers and grass and everything. Maybe I can show you later when I'm there in the vineyard. And look how nice it looks. So this is the view when you go to Lorch. You go through Rüdesheim. There are already some tourists walking by. It's actually quite nice. It's also quite steep here, so you have a lot of steep vineyards, and on the other side you have the river and the train, which is a bit annoying because we are currently here waiting because another train is coming. So that happens quite a lot in the Rheingau, and especially on this route to Lorch we have to pass 2 times the train, and if you're unlucky you are waiting there for 5 minutes every time they close the road. I also brought some breakfast from our local bakery and some coffee for Lucas. So I think we have around 15 minutes to go. There's a train, yay! So we can continue our drive soon, and then let's see how far he's come and how it's going, because he got a new tool for this work in the vineyard, and we've been assembling it yesterday night until 1:30 a.m. and I hope it works out, but I haven't heard anything of him, so I suppose that it's going well. Fingers crossed. I think something special about this part of the Rheingau is that all the towns are a bit further away or apart, because where we live, close to Winkel, Kidrich, Altwille, everything's super close. And actually after Rüdesheim you are driving a bit longer until you reach the next town, which is called Aspannshausen. And after that you really have quite some minutes of a drive to get to Lorch. So it's quite remote. The whole drive takes around 25 minutes from our place. So it's some time that you have to travel there. Therefore sometimes it feels like it's a bit struggling to make sure to go there regularly. And also recently there have been construction works going on in Rüdesheim, and it's a bit more complicated to get there. But today is the day that we're going there, and the weekends are always perfect for that. And also the route is very scenic, so I'm gonna show you more about this route. There are some nice old castles there. The boats are driving along the Rhine River, so it's very nice. everything's working well. And I can also show you the vineyard because our partner actually did some work here in the last days. So they were taking off all the grass here, and also like they were passing by here. I have to look up the right term, how it's called. And also took off all the grass that was growing here. It was quite high before. So that looks pretty clean now. And you see we still got some plants left here in between. So the critical part is if they grow too high and they are close to the grapes, then they keep the moisture and the grapes might not be able to dry completely, which might then lead to some damage in the grapes. Because we want them to be always dry if it rains, so that we get perfect quality of grapes, and that's why we have to remove that in between. It's not that much anymore, but you see like everywhere there is some, and Lucas is cleaning that out today with his new machine. Lucas, how is it going? How's your new machine going? Does it work?
It works. But it took some time to get it to work, to be honest. But as you can see here, that's the goal, how the wines should look, right? And of course, we have also cut the grass here, and then, but also between, of course, the different wines, we need some machinery to make sure that there's no other Unkraut in between, so the wine has no stress or little stress only. And that's what we are trying to achieve with this thing here. Yeah, normally it works with this red thing. When you hit, for example, this post, or when you hit, for example, we also have metal posts there, and you go full throttle, then it cuts, right? And that's not so good. And of course, also you try to not cut the wine at all, to not hurt it. But yeah, that's how it's going. It's fun, yeah, but it's also quite heavy.
Great, thanks. So you have to fix that right now. We also brought some breakfast, so if you want.
Yes, I'm already kind of sweaty.
Great workout.
Great workout, yes. German breakfast.
So we're doing two different kinds of work today. One is cleaning all the stuff that is growing from the stem. So you see that there is something coming out here in the bottom.
You can see.
And we don't want to have that because if it also grows long, it also has an impact on the grape.
And if it's going into the grapes, it keeps them wet. And as you can see here also, this one kind of doesn't look super healthy, right? And this was here directly growing into it, keeps them wet.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. And I mean, the side effect is that it looks very clean. So you see it looks nice. Everything clean. On that side, it looks a bit messy. This is just, I think, the visual side effect, but it also has a practical purpose of why we're doing that. Yeah, I think the office could be worse, today's office. Luckily, we also have nice weather. I think the work we've done in winter was a bit harder because it was super cold. So now it's actually quite good. It's not too warm, but it's nice and it's a good time to stay outside. Yeah, what I like about this location in Lorch is that it still feels a bit more untouched, because in the part of the Rheingau that is more towards the entrance, it's very, let's say, touristic, and a lot of people know it. And if you walk through the vineyards, there are more people. And here it feels like you're still in the middle of the nature. You have a very nice view, and yeah, the plots are super nice. I think now that everything's growing, it looks very cool. You get a bit of a Mediterranean feeling. You have the view towards the river, and it's a super nice place. So we always love to come here, although it's a long drive, but it's worth it. So we have two plots in Lorch. They are separated around 300 meters maybe, but they belong to the same plot name, which is Kapellenberg, which is a quite good quality of a plot. And we are super excited how it will turn out with our grapes. We have Pinot Noir here, so Spätburgunder. It's the only plot that we have with Spätburgunder, so it's gonna be exciting. I think in general the red wines from Lorch, we like them because they have a mineralic note. They have different flavors, and also depending on the year, how the weather was, they turn out differently. So they can be very interesting. And yeah, we have around 0.3 hectares, which is decent. It's not that much, but it's still enough to produce a few bottles of red wine for you. They will probably be a bit more pricey because there's a lot of handwork involved, but we'll have to see. There's a lot of work going into these wines, into the red wines. We are super excited how the quality is going to turn out, and yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe they will be available as of next spring, but maybe they will also mature a bit more in the barrels. Or ferment in the barrels and to take their rest in the barrels. So we'll have to see when these will be available, but I'm very curious to see the result of these vineyards. There are also a lot of people coming by today, so we're not the only ones working here. So you see, winemaking doesn't have weekends, so you have to go out whenever it's the time or whenever it's required. So a lot of people are here, even some people with their tractors doing work. So yeah, continuous process of working the vineyards. Yeah, so let's walk uphill to show you how steep it is. Maybe you don't see it properly in this video, but this vineyard is quite intense if you work all the rows, and you have to climb them up, so you feel it in your legs. And I mean, the good side is that it's a workout, but you can get a bit exhausted here. But I'll soon show you the view from the top. It's also very nice. So the pregnancy has its impact. Not that I was running up here before, but it's definitely a bit more exhausting to come up here. But the view is very nice, as I just said.
Exhausting. Kind of exhausting.
Yeah, just mentioned that it's very steep here, so it's very exhausting. Yeah, lots of manual work. As you see, and maybe you can hear, work is still going on. But I'm gonna finish this vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked this first insight into our work in the vineyards, and I hope to see you back soon. Please remember to follow us, to subscribe, to check out our Instagram. Give us a like if you like this video. See you next time. Bye.